slipping punches. Counter with the right hand. Rosario now is trying to pressure Chavez and see whether or not he can turn the tables.
It's a part of think is going on here, Ray, that suddenly Chavez has started to box and move away, and Rosario is chasing him, and it's reversing. Do you think that Chavez is taking a blow?
I think so. He executed or exerted himself a great deal in that 6th round. Threw a lot of punches, and now he's back on the attack, throwing a lot of punches again, put his combinations together.
Still a little bit of swelling under the left eye. It hasn't gotten appreciably worse for Rosario in the past couple of rounds. And it's not really in a position where the eye's in any danger right at the moment of closing.
That's a smart fighter, though. After he throws a great deal of punches, he becomes a little arm weary. And what normally a smart fighter would do, he would move around and use the ring, and they come back. Again, this is not a good place for Rosario to be, especially when he's standing straight up. You see what happens there, especially standing straight up.
Well, really the impressive thing about Chavez is he invariably will at least double up and usually throw 3 or 4 punch combinations. Almost never one punch.
I don't like the right hand of Rosario. Nor does he has a tendency to drop it. And that left hook of Chavez is so devastating. Look how he worked the body. Both hands, both sides, digging both sides. That's what my trainer Dave Jacobs taught us years ago. Work both sides.
And the other thing that was interesting right there is Chavez scored with about 6 punches, and Rosario retaliated, and every punch that Rosario retaliated with was caught in the gloves of Chavez.
This is tough, old-fashioned, real prize fighting. You don't see quality fighters going at each other like this inside and pounding at each other. Tito?
We have to go take care of this swelling here in your face. Okay, rub his arm.
Respira profundo, profundo.
Breathe
Profundo.
deeply, deeply.
Profundo.
Breathe more. Don't move your face.
Hay que trabajar, estamos perdiendo la pelea. Una pelea con los
Use las izquierdas para entrar primero.
Use your left hand.
Izquierda,
Use
relajado, coja ahí,
left, more left. You're doing fine. You're doing fantastically well.
No tiene que dejarle un poquito.
Don't let him do anything to you.
Vamos arriba.
We haven't seen any quit, certainly in Rosario now, as some people thought off of his earlier fight against Ramirez. But he's got to do more than not quit here. He's got to start hurting the other guy.
And he took a good shot from Chavez. A left hand, and the right hand came right behind it.
You know what's happened? Rosario can't get his punches off. I don't know whether or not something is wrong with him. But the way he looks now, he's in shape, no question about that. That's a given. But Chavez has just been weighing him down. Body shots, right hands.
What about the weather? Is that any kind of a factor?
No, the weather has no effect at all at this point here. If anything, if it was hot, then it would be a factor. A big factor. What's the factor here now is punches. A lot of punches. Again, Chavez trying to get a little breather.
This is the 8th round. We're going 12. Last time Rosario won 12 rounds. It was not a happy evening for him. He lost a split decision to Macho Camacho.
I see that Chavez trying to set up Rosario for the right hand. And the reason I say it is because of the way he positions himself inside. He waits for Rosario to throw a jab and try to counter it. But what's going to get Chavez closer is his jab. The jab is going to lead him inside.
The mouthpiece flew out of the mouth of Rosario.
Signs of 2 things, fatigue and hurt. Again, This is beautiful. Now watch Chavez. He lets his opponent throw punches, then he comes back. And he comes back hard. And he also comes back strong. Just so smart.
And there's a big combination. That hurt Rosario. It also cut him. And he's in a world of trouble.
Oh, now, this is experience here.
Still 30 seconds remaining in round number 8. And Rosario will do well just to get through the round. Took another good right hand. Still 15 seconds.
Look at the combinations, Barry. And now I see angles by Rosario, but it may be a little too late for that now, because he was really rocked.
And Rosario's going to get through this round.
You're just hearing a big cheer. It was not only for a furious round, but because the over-under was 8 rounds. It was even money, roughly,
Give me some water.
that the fight would go 8 rounds.
Profundo, papá, profundo.
Deep breath. Deep breath. Deep breath. Give me the towel.
How's he doing? Fine, fine, fine. It's okay? Yeah.
He's okay, yes.
Respira profundo. Profundo, papá. Respira profundo. Dame la vaselina acá.
Here's the most spectacular punch of the round. There's the left and a straight right. And Rosario is in deep trouble going into the 9th round. He has just been overwhelmed by his opponent.
And almost from the opening bell.
You should have seen the expression on Chavez's face before the bell rung, because it was intense, so intense. He knew exactly what he had to do.
When a puncher like Rosario finds that his punch isn't really doing anything to his opponent, he's got to go to plan B, and plan B hasn't worked.
Well,
He's down to about G right now, I think.
well,
Both
Chavez was
fighters scored
hurt.
there.
Both fighters blocked each other.
We'll see if that lights a fire under Rosario, who started this round like he was still hurt, Ray.
I'm watching the legs of Chavez. Chavez was rocked by that punch, too. Both guys rocked each other. It more so gained some respect from Chavez for a second or two.
And the other thing, too, I mentioned that Rosario was cut at the end of the 8th round. And I can't quite tell where the blood is coming from, but it appears to be inside his mouth.
Now Rosario's using the ring.
That exchange might have given Rosario a little bit of life here.
It was almost as though it was like a reassurance to say, I can hurt you too, pal. And it's tough sometimes, Barry. You're in that ring and you hit your guy with the best shot, and you're known for your punching power, and the guy doesn't move. It's quite discouraging.
Go home and punch it out. Right, step
That was a lunging right hand by Chavez. And the blood is coming from inside the mouth. That could sometimes mean a problem with the jaw.
Joe, I think it's the lip, because the little uppercuts by Chavez. Chavez and Rosario has been throwing a great deal of uppercuts.
punching it out. Punching it out. No hold. Right, step back.
But a lot of blood actually coming from the mouth of Chapo Rosario. "20 seconds remaining in the 9th round.
Oh, that punch hurt. That punch really hurt Rosario. Chavez caught him moving in. It's the wrong fight for Rosario.
Rosario's trying to figure out, what do I do now? Somewhere in his heart, he knows that his title is tottering on his head. And here's an interesting graphic, the fact that neither fighter has knocked an opponent out after the 9th round. But it's more cheering, certainly, for Chavez than it is for Rosario.
Respira profundo, respira profundo.
Deep breath. Deep breath. Are you okay? Keep on breathing. Deep, deep.
No puedo más ese golpe, no puedo coger ese golpe. Está bien, está bien.
Don't let him hit you. Don't let him hit you.
Agua, agua.
Some of the water up over
We
there.
talked earlier, Barry, about how well conditioned these fighters
Get the water
were,
up.
and it certainly is borne out here because ordinary fighters just couldn't take this kind of pace and punishment.
That cut, incidentally, does appear to be on the lip, just judging from how they worked on it. But there is a lot of blood.
See, this is, once again, Rosario should not be there. I mean, against the ropes. His right eye starting to swell. And he doesn't really have the firepower at this point to remain against the ropes or in the corner. Chavez is standing right, just close to, so close to him, smothering his punches.
And he's been doing that again, almost from the opening bell.
But from a judge's standpoint, Rosario has to fight inside and make something happen. Because he's giving away too many rounds. Or Chavez is taking so many rounds.
Another right hand.
Punch it out. Let's go. Right. Watch it. Watch your head. Watch your head.
And again, Richard Steele telling them to watch their heads. They've been close to a butt on several occasions, and on a couple of occasions they actually have butted heads.
If the fans at home were here, they could appreciate the body shots of Chavez. He gets his whole body behind him.
All right, great. Step back, step back.
I just think he's had a master fight plan. He came in here and said, I'll like it if Rosario doesn't step back. That was a good left hand that just stopped Chapo in his tracks.
He's hurt very bad. Rosario is ready to go.
And Chavez again not wasting any punches.
Now what Chavez has to do is first of all, get Rosario off of him,
Don't hold, don't hold.
fake a couple feints, and then come back with something.
Left hook there. Rosario just looks like a beaten man. He has absorbed an awful lot and is in trouble again.
Chavez has to keep doubling those punches up, ways doubling his combinations up. Both hands, both hands. And the left hook.
Don't hold him, don't hold him. Don't hold him.
Inside of 30 seconds remaining.
Rosario has a big heart, no question about it. He's a beaten warrior at this point here.
And left eye is almost closed.
Yes, and he's trying to hang in there. I'll be interested to see whether his corner stops the fight, because he's really hurt. But he's holding his own, huh?
But taking a brutal beating here.
This corner may stop the fight. The left eye is really bad.
Chavez is turning this into an abattoir of Rosario's blood. Harold, how do you have it now?
Larry, very, very big for Julio Chavez. I just think Edwin Rosario is getting mugged. I mean, Chavez is doing everything that we score on. Clean punching, effective aggressiveness, ring generalship, and defense. Winning all the way.
You okay, Chapo? Yes, he's okay. Look at me, Chapo.
Look at me. Look at me. Open up.
And the doctor is now looking
He's okay, he's okay.
at Rosario's
He's okay.
eye. There's a big, big swelling under Rosario's left eye.
Yeah, let it go.
How do you feel? How do you feel?
The other thing about Chavez is that he has a chin that's made out of some kind of metal that I don't know about. He has taken some cracks from a really hard-hitting lightweight.
I just noticed, Bert, not to cut you off, but I think that Rosario requested to leave his mouthpiece out.
Yeah, and his eye is almost closed. The left eye of Rosario is now virtually closed.
Richard Steele almost certainly will not let this go too far. Rosario just fighting on guts.
Because like now, Rosario can't see the right hand coming. What he's doing now, he's actually just winging his own punches and hope one land. He's fighting on sheer determination. Look at the body shots. You gotta appreciate it. Both
Chavez
hands.
not letting him out of the corner, continuing to just put all the pressure on Edwin Chapo Rosario.
Watch your hands. Watch your hands.
And again, a warning for butting to both men.
What I see now is a right hand, probably being a punch.
Rosario giving one for every 3 he gets.
Well, the mouth, I just noticed the mouthpiece is in Rosario's mouth.
Rosario just does not seem to be able to get himself out of his own corner.
Punching it out. Step back.
Halfway through the 11th round. What a war. There goes the mouthpiece.
Step back.
But the eye's completely closed now.
Which, of course, means that Rosario cannot see the right hand of Chavez coming at all. 1 minute remaining in the 11th round. And that's got to feel like an eternity.
Let him go. Punching out, great, step back. Let go.
Well, if Hart wins fights, then Rosario
stop the
might get a
fight.
draw.
They
That's
threw
it.
the towel
They
in.
threw the towel in. It's over.
Rosario never quit, but his corner did the right thing. A hard way to make $600,000.
I want to tell
which
you.
was Rosario's purse. And look at Chavez. He looks like he can go out and skip rope for 15 rounds.
He looks so fresh, Larry. This man is going to be so difficult to beat. Trains hard, dedicated.
Very professional. His whole attitude, extremely professional. Both very likable guys. One of those fights when you meet with both the fighters, you come away saying, boy, I hope he doesn't lose. And you come away from the other fighters' camp saying, boy, I hope he doesn't lose. Two real champions.
I'll tell you, one thing you have to give credit to Rosario. He fought his heart out. He was handicapped, his eye was swollen, his lip was cut, and he still hung in there. And his corner, like Larry said, did the right thing.
Let's take a look at the last minute or so of this fight, and you can see that face tells you the story of this fight. We'll see some of the action from the 11th round, and it was just merciless as Chavez did what he'd been doing the whole fight, and that is just smother Edwin Rosario.
It was just a matter of time, Barry. The way that Chavez executed his tactics were perfect. He worked the body, he doubled up, the left hook, the right hand. He had his man hurt. He stayed in his chest. He cut the ring off. He did everything that was necessary to beat a fighter, a great fighter, like Edwin Rosario.
And you saw the mouthpiece of Rosario go flying out. It was just a few seconds after that Rosario's corner wisely threw in the towel and ended this fight, with Chavez now the new WBA lightweight champion of the world. And you have an idea, you might see these two have at it once again. Here are some of the numbers on our punch stat figures. Rosario threw 731 punches. You believe that? 11 rounds. That's almost 70 punches a round. Landed only 264. Chavez was just brilliant in his execution, 61%. And incidentally, in that last round, Chavez landed 73 of 91 punches. Now, he said that he wasn't wasting punches. Even when he had his man beat and was just trying to get him out of there, he didn't waste any punches in that situation either. Now let's go up to the ring announcer, Chuck Hull, and we'll get the official decision. Chuck?
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 2 minutes, 36-7 of the 11th round. The winner by a TKO and new WBA lightweight champion of the world, Julio Cesar Chavez.
Well, to say that's well-deserved is to make a great understatement, I'll tell you.
Great accomplishment, great fight.
And a great fighter.
I loved it.
You know, there's a lot of conversation. This guy had 54 fights, but who did he fight? He didn't fight anybody. Like I said, I don't care who he fought. He learned something, and tonight he brought it all with him.
I thought Rosario would have the edge in boxing generalship, but it turned out that Chavez carried out his game plan, and it proved to be quite effective.
Larry Merchant has made his way to the new champion, and let's go right now to Larry Merchant, and Tito Alba will translate this for us. Larry?
Okay, Julio Cesar Chavez is the new lightweight champion. Describe the fight to us and what you wanted to do to him and how the fight went.
¿Cómo fue la pelea y si todo sucedió como tú querías que fuese, ahora que eres el nuevo campeón?
Fue una pelea dura, una pelea muy fuerte. Rosario
It
es
was
un
a hard fight, a strong fight.
Rosario es un gran pegador, pega muy
Rosario
fuerte.
is a good hitter.
Me
Hits
lastimó una
hard.
vez,
He hit me once,
pero yo sabía que él no podía noquearme.
but I knew he could not knock me out.
When did he hit him and hurt him?
¿Cuándo fue que te golpeó fuerte?
En el 10º round me pegó una izquierda, bajé la mano.
In the 10th round, he hit me with a left hook.
Sentí el golpe más duro de él.
Was your plan to try to smother him so that he couldn't have punching room?
Tú estabas tratando de cansarlo para que él no te pudiera pegar.
Esa era la pelea mía, forzarlo, siempre lo dije desde antes de que empezara la pelea.
That was my fight. Try to keep him away and tire him out.
When did you know that he was weakening? When did you think you had the fight under control?
¿Cuándo supiste que se estaba debilitando y que tú estabas ganando la pelea?
Desde el 2º round yo sabía que Rosario no podía noquearme porque me conectó golpes duros y no pudo tumbarme.
At the 2nd round, I knew I was winning the fight because he hit me and I couldn't hardly feel it.
Why do Mexican fighters take a punch so well?
Porque, ¿cómo es que los mexicanos pueden recibir golpes tan bien?
Es que nos preparamos a conciencia
We prepare ourselves.
y trabajamos muy duro.
We work very
Y
hard.
además somos muy valientes.
And we are very brave.
Many of your countrymen thought that Rosario would not be able to take your punch. Did he take your punch well?
Mucha gente en México pensaba que Rosario no podía recibir tus golpes. ¿Cómo recibió Rosario tus golpes? ¿Cómo crees tú que él los recibió?
Porque él se preparó muy duro y además aguanta golpe Rosario.
Because he can take a punch and he worked hard.
Congratulations. What is your feeling now about winning the championship?
Felicitaciones. ¿Cómo te sientes ahora con respecto a haber ganado el campeonato?
Muy contento y quiero unificar el campeonato
And I want to unify the championship
y posteriormente buscar el campeonato Welter Junior.
and later on get the Welter Junior Championship.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
Okay. You know, a few minutes before this fight, I ran into a California trainer named Jimmy Montoya, and he was telling me that when Edwin Rosario